Welcome back to the Safari Zone, where we continue to increase the amount of Sinoceratops in the park. We're going to try and push to 4 stars, mostly just off Sinoceratops. We should actually compare the appeal of these to the... I should have airlifted those probably, to the Uoplos. So these are 110. Also, they are unhappy again. Only this one's unhappy. Oh, he was bugged out. He's actually fixing himself. 110, I said. Uoplos are 120. The Uoplos are actually worth more. Interesting. Well, for now, we'll keep pushing out Sinoceratops, because we'll have to make sure they have enough. The Uoplos, I think, were pretty low social, right? Were they just 1 or are they 2? Population, I can't tell if that's a 2. I think it is. They want ground leaf. We'll add some ground leaf over there for them. Might infringe on the Sino territory, but whatever. We're going to have to do a lot of like replanting to keep these dinos happy as they move around, especially if the herds split like they have done here. Oh yeah, this Mutabura actually rejoined the herd, even though we tranked it. That's hilarious. Now let's get him woken back up. Oh, we didn't have to. You don't have to actually airlift him anymore. You can just wake him up with a dart. We should have done that. All right, we'll get these guys going. There's probably an argument to stop with the Sinos at some point and switch to the Uoplos again, because these guys being needy is kind of a pain in my ass. We'll keep going with them for now. 13. Uoplos only have 15, actually. The clutch size is bigger, so they add up a lot. I mean, let's push them at least above, like, 20 or something, I think. We can reevaluate this after we rest the scientists and stuff. That's probably not a bad idea.
Asset transportation in progress.
What a Burrosaurus, yes, indeed. Okay. Amenity coverage is still pretty good. I mean, we're coming up on 3.5. There's a limit to how much stuff we can actually do to push out, you know, more profit. How's the crowding look, actually? Crowding's pretty good. The wide paths really took care of that. Okay, well, I think we just gotta hatch this clutch and just keep pushing out Sinos then. Alright, oh, and a storm. Good timing. I was just gonna say, well, let's release these Sinos. I'm gonna release these by airlift, now that I've thought of it for a second here. One here, one maybe down here. Oh, did I not place one of these other ones? Put it back here somewhere. Let that happen. Okay, let's get these. Oh, let's get these generators refueled first. Resupply. Fill you up. Let's get those shelters open. Deal with the storm. Oh, also dinosaur population. Okay, well that's... Okay. Those ones are releasing in progress. Let's get these going. An actual perfect little Sinoceratops there with no native traits. Incredible. Everybody here is pissed. We do need 3 more. Alright, let's do it. Let's hatch these. We'll just have to be on top of resting the scientists, because that finishes the contract ASAP, which is good. The remaining scientists, you rest, Mr. Moore. Where is the fence gone down? Right there. We don't have a ranger team on that side, do we? Whoever is anywhere nearby, please get to it. We only have the 1 ranger team. We should put in a 2nd ranger team. Absolutely. I'm thinking we go right over here with it. Because that one's, yeah, right there in that corner. So yeah, let's put it right here, actually. Oh, yeah, it should be able to fit a gate by that gyrosphere. Okay, a gate. Essentially right there. We're going to want some ranger stations because we didn't put any of these in. So one there, one here, one here, one. Yeah, we'll just put it right by the water. That's fine. And then this is kind of left out, but I think that's okay. We don't need perfect coverage. And then we probably should put in another gate somewhere over in this section. So we got a gate here. We got a gate here and a here on either side. I don't know why we did one on either side of that. It's a little sketchy. The one there, and then maybe if the medical teams want to pass through, this is like a good spot for it, I think. Right there. Okay, a lot of angry dinosaurs popping up all of a sudden. Even though the gap in the fence is way the fuck down here. Okay, the new ranger teams are in. So let's do some quick assignments. 1, 2, 3. Repair. Ranger team 10. Can do 1. Oh, shit. 1, 2. Did that remove it from the other one? No, unassign. Okay, so they each get 2. Yeah, drive through the gap. That's always a good idea. Disease. What do we got? Rabies. Not a big fan of Miss Bees over there. Oh, oh, we got a secondary broken fence section here. Look at that. I totally missed that. Sedate him. This is a good time to remind the viewers that we do not delete fences on this channel. We must repair existing fences as a difficulty modifier. Because it's too cheesy otherwise. And this is the downside of sending all of the cars to another side of the frickin' park. Right, Struthy, you can go over here or something. Just transplant you away from your friends and family to a new area. This one is separate from everybody else. It'll probably be fine. This territory should merge. They're really close.
Asset in transit. Delivery complete.
Okay, I think we're good. I think everything's inside the walls. Dying Struthies. Okay, contract is going 1 minute 55 on that. Scientists. We missed the bonus. I'm going to do a batch of Struthies, actually, because they're dying off. So we'll just rush one of these out real quick, too, to finish that contract. Maybe if we'd have done that in the first place, we'd have actually finished it on time. But we didn't, so we didn't. Okay. I think that's everything they're taken care of. Struthiomimus, 6. You again. Okay, what is the situation? Sinoceratopses, have you merged? Except for this one, who is the alpha, but somehow not in the territory, everything looks good. Okay, generator running dry, and a dead Struthi, resupply, fill you up. Okay. Territory check. UFOs are good. Mudaburosauruses are good. They are maintaining an extended territory between all the sections of the park. The UFOs are still separated, though, into a big group and a little group. But they're content, so let's not worry about it. Okay. Oh, and I never closed the shelters. Classic. Oh, we're missing shelters. Can't see the percentage here, but they do want shelter down here. Give me shelter. Ah, this is a good spot for a shelter then. Bam. What about toilets? You want toilets? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You want toilets. Probably here is a good spot. Maybe one here. We'll see what we need. Safety rating 23%. Not sure if that's from the fence breach specifically, or if I was slow on the shelters. I honestly don't remember. Let's get these Struthies out here.
That objective is completely squared away. Outstanding.
And Sinoceratopses. Make sure we do this ASAP before we bleed cash. And then we have enough to synth more Sinos, so I think we'll do that. 20 we're at. Let's do at least one more clutch of these. With you. And we'll have to see what our rating looks like when it recovers, because they are now actually making use of this section of the park more. Oh, and I opened up this little back strip here we put in that we never actually gave them, which is good for meeting environmental needs in other ways, too. This Mudabura separated out for some dumb reason, and then is fixing. Yeah, that glitch is really obnoxious, because it always makes me think something's wrong. Oh, the Sinos are spreading out now. That's bound to cause some problems eventually. These ones are not merged. Yeah, this group's going over this way. Just these two. We'll have to airlift another group over to them, maybe, and try to keep, like, the herd together. I don't know. That territory decay might mess things up there. Okay, 3.5. Let's pause. That is a threshold for the next tier sauropod research, which we could just do to get done. $18, huh? That's awkward. Faster. And I guess the logistics guy. Yeah, that leaves those welfare people for other jobs. So let's get that done, and then, yeah, do one crappy egg. Incredible. Not really, just bad. Incredibly bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried about territory decay separating out these Sinoceratopses for sure. Oh, we should check our ratings too now that we're at 3.5. So, guest ratings. Back to 100%. Yeah. Amenity is 97 on shopping is what's diminished. It's a very minor thing. The issue is that this shop is all the way down here and full. We could do something. Well, the obvious name for a turtle would be to name it after one of the Ninja Turtles. That would, at least where my brain would go first, is the Ninja Turtles. I think we could replace these shops. 750. Let's just put in. I guess we could start with shopping first and go from there. So it won't fit into that section. If we put it here, we can fit another one easily next to it, the other one around the bend maybe, and then these ones are kind of close enough maybe to be useful. Let's try it. Let's just start with this right here. How about leisure wear, and then the usual aquarium and water feature. See, I feel like strictly ornithomimids would be really tedious because you'd be putting out a ton of them to get it to finish. I think this mixed species is a little more interesting to look at, and it's essentially the same challenge, really. I guess the argument would be you don't get a big ticket sauropod and you would have less than 5 dinosaurs, but I mean, you could do it. There's no real question if it's doable or not. Just a matter of how long it takes. I do have a plan for the next series that actually probably leads into a bunch of next series. But it's going to require a lot more groundwork on my part to get ready for it. We'll just leave that mysterious statement out there to linger. But if I can do what I want to do, it should be pretty goddamn cool. And it is something that actually would supplement the game that I could release as a standalone thing. Yeah, what we need for sandbox style challenge mode is the Hammond foundation fee or whatever. That income tax in this, right? Foundation fee was first. That's the big thing. Okay, growing family, $1 million for some Struthies? Yes. That's another reason right there to always keep the Struthie as the big population. We'll send the 10 geneticist person on this, even though it's completely excessive, just because the other guys want to take a rest. Rest. We'll get these out, and then we'll synth with somebody else on the Struthies, then we can do a new clutch. Yeah, I'd love to see Sandbox become true free play challenge mode, or just do a challenge mode free play. Like, they didn't have aquatics in the original JWE just because they didn't have the systems in place for it. I mean, we only got one pterosaur at the very end of the game's lifespan for the same reason. That was just a static building, really. It wasn't even actually a creature proper. Alright, you do this. Is 4 enough? Yes, we only need 3. We can do another batch of these. This might be the last batch we do. I don't know. I can't decide if we should keep pushing Sinoceratopses or not. Yeah, like again, there's a Sino outside of the territory somehow, just chilling. It might be sleeping territory decay. Yeah, he is sleeping. It's definitely not a coincidence that he's sleeping right now. That's actually connected to the effect. You could pick the map, I suppose, if it actually is one of the original challenge mode maps. We haven't done other... Well, okay, let me restate that. One of the original 5 challenge mode maps that isn't this one, Germany, because we've already done a second Germany attempt. But I reserve the right to veto it depending on if the roster for the mode meets the requirements of the next challenge I have planned. What did you have in mind specifically? Okay. How is that not... Oh, did we... 46. Wait, did the Muttas get ahead of the Struthies because of deaths? No, 37. Oh, there it is. There's the completion. It just didn't count right away. They tricked me. You could certainly throw out an option for Sandbox, but I don't think we're going to go back to Sandbox for a little while. Because the ideas I have are for challenge modes, specifically. Sandbox is just too easy. It gets boring. But by all means, throw out your idea. The worst I can do is say no.
That roar you hear isn't a T-Rex, but a cheer for your dedication and hard work in completing that objective.
3 awful Sinoceratopses. Sure.
My appreciation still remains.
6, 3. All right, let's do a clutch of Uoplos to add to at least the nearby guys. That's an interesting one. The only thing, yeah, I would do something like that in challenge mode, but I don't know if challenge mode has all the UK species on the UK map. How many is that? How many species are there for UK? It'd be Polacanthus, some aquatics, Baryonyx, Proceratosaurus. Iguanodon, I think, has a dig site in the UK. That's a small roster, but doable on the right map. Let's do this person for Euplos. Oh, and how is this shop doing? 356. So that's certainly pushed. Yeah, shopping only 99% still. That's surprising. Very surprising. Probably still because just, yeah, that one's at capacity. Alright. That is another dead Struthiomimus. Get it out of there. So yeah, so that means we're never going to really be at 100% shopping as long as there's any attention really on this side of the park. Which, I mean, it'll... the drum might even out at some point, actually. Because we release everything over here, and then over time they filter away. We'll probably be fine. Drinks and food. Really, that shopping is actually at capacity too. What about this one? That one's not. Okay, so we should swap these around. Let's do that. Just make this drinks. It's so awkward how many button pushes there are to switch those. It's actually just crazy how many different submenus you have to go through just to switch types. Probably the worst UI element in the game is that. Why is this... Oh, because now it's double drinks, of course, because I got to do this one, too. What do you mean by using roster? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Shopping. Change. It's also this button being in the middle of this UI element, where it's like... let's look at that again. Look how bad that is. Oh, only JP species? I mean... So the problem with that is the Jurassic Park Chaos Theory doesn't have the full Jurassic Park roster. And we don't have Segisaurs. Those are the big two things that keep me from doing any Jurassic Park style rebuild thing. It's because the Chaos Theory is just missing, like, 3 species, I think, that are canonically in Jurassic Park, I think. And it's completely inconsistent in the ones that are included. Anyway, yeah. So you've got infographic, and then in the middle is the button. Why would you go, here's half of the data you need, here's the button to change it, and here's the other half of the data? Actually insane. Anyway, let's get this configured correctly. Aquarium, and this will improve. That actually might be the 1% we need. And then we'll put in... Oh, I like that this shopping just crashed now. That's funny. Yeah, because this one's now at basically capacity. Then we'll put in... Let me think. Food over here. So we should have food down here, I think. So this should be drinks in the corner. Yeah. We did that new era only run. It's not quite Jurassic World species, but there's no full list for what was in Jurassic World. And honestly, based on like the films, which state that there was, you know, what was it, like 20 species in Jurassic World, 6 carnivores, 14 herbivores. That's what they say in the first movie of the Jurassic World trilogy. And then you see like 10 different carnivorous dinosaurs, if you count Fallen Kingdom. And like some of them you can reconcile. It's like, oh, I guess Carnotaurus probably wasn't on display based on Camp Cretaceous. But it's really requires you to jump through some hoops to even come up with like anything that resembles a reasonable Jurassic World roster. You have to say that they didn't count pterosaurs and mosasaurs in it, and like it. I would like to do a Jurassic Park only run if we ever get Segisaurus, but I don't think I'm gonna do it without Segisaurus. I could do Coelophysis in its place, but like I don't know. And we don't get the full roster. Yeah, you get the same roster in the Jurassic Park Challenge Boat that you do in the Chaos Theory. So you can't do the full park roster even if you sub in Coelophysis. The only way you can do it is Sandbox, and I just don't think it's that interesting in Sandbox because you get the actual like campaign elements that are fun to play with. I just wish they'd loosen up that restrictive Chaos Theory roster, really. I like snakes, spiders not so much. I don't like fear spiders, but I usually kill them on sight, so sorry spiders, I'm just not going to share a domicile with you. Alright, let's get the large shopping in over here too, and then we'll delete these smaller shops just down the road from it. We're going to let these build before we put in the other ones. I detest mosquitoes, and I fully support the eradication of the mosquito population worldwide, regardless of what consequences it might have on the ecosystem. Animals go extinct all the time, and mosquitoes should be an animal that goes extinct. they're just about the only animal I advocate for complete eradication of. But I hate the bastards. They're so obnoxious. Plus, they're a horrendous disease vector. Okay, so yeah, shopping is not performing, but everything else is profitable over here. We might have to put in a larger shopping building. I mean, actually, we can fit a large shopping right there. We could just delete this one. Nothing else is going to fit there, though, other than a medium. Actually, is that true? That might not be true. Because the aspect ratio of this building... No, it is wider. Yeah, it won't fit. I don't know if mosquitoes existed 65 million years, to be honest. Ago, to be honest. I know, you know, Jurassic Park and Mosquito and Amber and everything, but I don't know if that's actually accurate. I've never looked into it. Certainly blood-sucking insects existed back then, ticks and whatnot. There might be a mosquito-adjacent thing, but it wouldn't be a modern mosquito. I don't know if they'd be bigger 65 million years ago. A lot of the oversized insects are connected to like the Carboniferous period, which is pre-dinosaur. I don't know if you had any larger insects during the Mesozoic than you do today. It's a good question to answer too. Yeah, we're not going to put this in yet, but we probably should. Where are we at on eggs? Sinoceratops eggs. 1 minute and a half, and then we couldn't do this, right? Yeah. Alright, well, why don't we wait for those eggs to hatch then? Alright, let's keep expanding the park here. More Sinoceratopses. This is, I think, 21 through 24. Could have airlifted them. Should have airlifted them, probably. Then, no needy. That's right, we were doing not needy Euplos, so we only get the one. It's fine. We can add it to the two loners that separated off the herd. How are they doing? Oh, we've got one down here. Oh, you think you're lonely. You shouldn't be. You're very close to your friends, but you are not registering their presence. Alright, fine. Resupply. Fill you up. Get rid of this corpse. And I did look up the age of mosquitoes. The oldest mosquito fossil is just over 90 million years old, which means mosquitoes arise possibly during the Cretaceous. So they're around for part of the Mesozoic era. But not the whole thing, maybe. Although it's possible they arose earlier. That's just the oldest fossil we have. Okay, so this Euplo has rejoined the herd. And now this one's lonely. Incredible. Just incredible. How has he formed his own terror? There he is. There he goes. Now he's mad. Now he's happy. Well done. Well done. Okay, so there's a group of 4 there that have formed a herd. That's fine. And then this larger group has split in 2 as well, actually. That's hilarious. 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. They're about to split. This group down here is 1, 2... Is it just 2? So we might want to send them a friend? Oh no, there's one under that Sino, so they have at least 3 too. Okay, that's fine. Then there's okay sized herds everywhere, even if they separate into 3 separate groups. All right, Dino, I'll catch you later. Thanks for coming by. Increase the number of dinosaurs in the park. Yeah, we'll just always do that because we were doing that anyway. Incubate 3 Euoplocephalus at once. That is a goddamn trap. Because we don't have mods. That's almost impossible to do, I think. I don't know if we've ever had a clutch of 3. We'll try for it. I said as a rule we weren't going to replace contracts, but that leads to that situation, which is kind of awkward. I guess we'll just keep going for it. We'll fish. We can always hatch inferior Oplocephuluses. We hatch the ones with the negative traits. And then just sell them. It's fine. And yeah, they're going to fight because the territories have split up even further. Which is awkward, but fine. Actually, that one's still technically connected. Avian pox again. Alright, go get it. Alright, we'll release these guys. Okay, we can't watch that release animation when the park is turning into a disease-ridden nightmare. Very quickly spreading. Okay, medical facility 3. Give me 1, because 2 doesn't exist for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to 2. I would understand 1 not being here in the park because we moved it. But why is there no 2? Unless I built a second one and deleted it right away, I built a third? Maybe I did do that. I honestly don't remember. It's certainly possible. I've done dumber things. Alright, this shop is not pulling any business. We're going to move it down here. We're just going to do this. Backup generator, resupply, fill you up. Okay, medical teams are still on their way. Okay. And that's still going. Well, alright. Good to have you around, Dino, as long as you can stay. Alright. 2 viable. Damn. We'll hatch the 1. Just keep cycling these where we can. Synthesize. Assign. We're just rolling dice on a 3 batch. Yeah, that's as good a reason as any to switch to the Eoplos again, though, from the Sinos. Don't object to that. Oh, we got Sinoceratopses all the way over here now. We'll have to keep an eye on them, because if the herds separate out. Yep, we will get Alamos out eventually. It's going to take a moment, but... because they only unlock at 4 stars. Well, I like that the Struthicorps is maybe holding up these trucks. Yeah, they're just stuck on a dead Struthiomimus. Classic. I don't know, because I don't know how you pronounced it. You spelled Alamosaurus correctly. 1 egg. Wow. That's just going to straight up be a discard all. We'll just keep pushing more. You know, fun thing with Alamosaurus, it's not named after the Alamo in Texas. It's named after, I believe, a Nevada trading post or something like that, like a small town or something, which shared a name with the Alamo partially. Let me look that up too. Let's not spread misinformation or nothing. Let's look up Alamosaurus, because it's an interesting little thing. Alamosaurus is named after... Where? The Alamo Formation. The Ojo Alamo Formation. Which is New Mexico. That's what it is. Not Nevada. New Mexico. And the Ojo Alamo is what? I know I read it somewhere. Named after the nearby Ojo Alamo trading post. I remembered it correctly, yeah. So it's an old, you know, trading post from back in the day that was near the rock formation. The rock formation took on the name, and then Alamosaurus was pulled from it and took on the name from the rock formation. That was something I didn't learn until it was in the DLC.
Asset being transported.
What is the biggest lie? That's an interesting question. I'm not sure. That's a hard one, because it's hard to say what really would be considered a lie. If you're talking like factually, hey, 3, nice. We'll just sell off the 1. Perfect. That actually was way easier to do than I thought it was going to be. In terms of lies, maybe the Velociraptors being Velociraptor, because that was like a name thing. They're just like, these are Deinonychus, but we're going to call them Velociraptor. We have the narrowest, the thinnest excuses for that.
How tough could that mission have been?
Which is like the single, I think it's Ostrom who wrote the book where he reclassified Deinonychus as Velociraptor. I mean, the Dilo's like an embellishment. It's not really a lie.
Asset collection request.
I mean, the Dilo is one of the most inaccurate creatures, sure. But it's I'm sticking on like the lie part of it. Of like deliberately changing or obscuring information for the sake of the story is why I was saying potentially the Raptors in that sense. Struthies are gonna keep dropping like flies because we bred so many early Struthies. We're gonna have like 30 or 40 of them die here, I think. Okay, 3.5 still. Food is bad now. Why did food crash? Accommodation's bad. We need a hotel. Okay, where's food a problem? Food. Food is bad everywhere. Why? Oh, because this was set up as not food. Whoops. Whoopsie doodles. That was my bad. Food. Click the button in the weird spot. Convert to food. Go back to configure, because it defaults to burger and fries for some silly reason. And then these are all the same. Like, why reset these? If we change the type, these should stay. The modules, it shouldn't reset them to nothing. Well, that was because they needed something for all the girlfriends accompanying their boyfriends to a dinosaur movie to look at. That's why Ian had his shirt off in Jurassic Park. Okay. Oh my god. Disease contracted. What now? What do you got? Rabies. Why is it always rabies in the Muttaburrasaurs? Are they susceptible to rabies? I don't know if we can tell that. Oh, we can do this. Hooah! Nope, no ailments detected. That is a trait somewhere. Disease susceptibility and immunity. Doesn't seem to be on the tab. Maybe they just don't have one. I honestly don't remember anything before seeing the first Jurassic Park. That's where my memory begins. It begins with Jurassic Park. No, I remember some things before Jurassic Park, but I don't remember the lead up to it. Okay, disease-free. Actually really good contract right here because it's a free contract as well.
Risk versus reward. That is the eternal debate.
Oh, and that hotel. What are we going to do with that hotel? Let's get a large. We sneak it in here. No. No. No, I don't think it'll fit there either. No, because of that power generator. Okay, let's go in this spot then. That's fine.
With this objective, the reward is high and the risk is low.
We already did large hotels. That's what that is.
And then get to it.
Boom, large hotel. We actually had one from before right there.
While you could argue that these animals are living experiments, they are still deserving of the best care we can provide. Healthy specimens,
Okay, that one's
if you will,
hauled.
make for better.
Herd check. Sinoceratopses. Still technically one herd, barely, through that connector there. The Uoplos, that one's lonely, but I think he might be dumb. No, he actually appears to kind of have separated out, which is weird. Oh, the herd's connected back together. The only problem with putting a hotel like in the enclosure and building the fence around it is getting the fence to look symmetrical, and it's really obnoxious. For now, I like the center square aesthetic we're going with. I don't think for this one we're going to change that, but we can do some fancy hotel stuff next in our next park build.
Science.
Yeah, why is this territory so small too?
Asset transportation in progress.
At least the lonely Uoplo is still in the gray, in the white, or whatever you want to call it. Still comfortable. He's not going to attack fences. So that's something. So 20, 24, 37, and 39. Okay, first off, we need to get rid of one of these, because one of these is bad. You, right here, 18 is a bad Uoplo. So capture team, add task, 18, clear it out. Okay, Dino, I'll catch you later. I think with those Sinos separating out, there's an argument to switch back to these for at least one clutch to just kind of bridge that gap. And we'll get this person rested. Okay, we're above 3.5. That's like 3.7-ish. 99% still on shopping. Oh, the accommodation's not built yet either. That's still finishing. 750. And that's with the extra shopping center. Oh, now they want it over here. Because we moved this one to the middle. Yeah, okay, guys. I see what the problem here is. 750, 350, 342. I could pull this one over to this side. Or we could sneak a small in here. It's kind of bad. What about a medium? Smalls suck, but mediums are not the worst. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, you want it all the way down there, huh? Oh, we can just put on this strip. Let's do that. It's a little weird, but it's fine. It's whatever. Okay. Well, that should get us into a decent spot. You get out of here. Do you want to do more Struthiomimuses, maybe? Because they keep dying. We need to keep them as the big herd for the sake of other contracts. 39. Yeah, they're getting dangerously close to the Muttaburrasaurs. Let's do another batch of these.
Transit has commenced.
Okay, 3.6. Hotels built. Alright. Viable eggs, 1. Gross. Okay, won't be able to hatch those eggs for 48 seconds. Well, the hotel's in. Ratings are still not climbing, which is unfortunate. Everything's at 100% though. Alright, we just gotta keep pushing dinos out. Once we hit the 4, the gap between 4 and 5 should be pretty good, because that should be pretty easy to bridge with Alamosaurus, I would imagine. Although the penalty might keep getting worse. Oh, there's our star back. I'm going to do another clutch of Struthies right away, too. And I don't see any cranky dinosaurs right now. I keep going to the deactivate tab. Okay. A bunch of Sinoceratops pushing out this way is not a bad thing. Not at all. Yeah, we'll keep using the logistics specialist for those. Alright, why don't we end this episode here? And then next time, hopefully, we can try to push out Alamosaurus in an episode. We'll have to see how it goes. But we should be able to pull it off.